You guys know that we have this super handy mini excavator. We've been using it a lot lately, doing a lot of forest maintenance, clearing up the woods. And you know, I was looking at it and it's pretty filthy. In fact, we haven't cleaned it. I don't think we've cleaned it since basically when it was new. And I know that you guys have always wanted to see an excavator get washed. So, up close it looks filthy. From far away it looks like, you know, it's an excavator. I left it in the woods over there and it is so sticky. We have speckles of sap all over it. Do you see all these?
But I think I know what you're talking about. I'm not sure right now.
I'm gonna start with a quick spray down just to get the loose stuff off. The tracks have a lot of sand built up in them. Let me see if I can get some of this out before it gets soggy. Filled. Now this spot is filled with dirt. Ooh, that comes really clean. Took a lot of dirt off.
Get in there, lift it out of there.
Never tried.
It's filthy under it.
You look. Please.
I know.
Oh. Yeah.
I spy a kayak. I spy.
Oh, this comes right out. All right, we've done all we can do. Now I'm switching to the pressure washer. We're gonna use this to get into all those little nooks and crannies on the floor, around all these tubes and everything. There's a lot of filth that I just couldn't get to. So we will try to power it off with this. That's about as clean as I'm gonna get it for now. You guys see this big dent right here? I don't know if you can see it. There's a giant dent in the corner because I was grabbing a big trunk, like a tree log, and when I grabbed it, it just twisted and it flung. It like twisted the wood and it hit right here. So I want to see if we can pop that out and make it look a little better, less dented. It looks like this panel isn't held in by too much. Ooh. Kinda. I know I'm ruining the foam, but it's glued on. Nothing I can really do about that. I could have left it dented, but I just want to see if I can pull that dent. You know, I got it about as good as I want it. It's actually looking pretty good. Some paint chipped off because we're hammering it, of course, but it's got some shape back to it. Now, without body working tools and the proper hammer, it's going to be hard to get it any better. I'm going to take off the loose chipping paint. I think I am going to take this graphic off. It's all ruined anyway. Got a little dent out here. And definitely dented in right here. This one's much more subtle, but this is dented in right here and right here. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one, because this looks thin, but it's actually some really rigid metal. Really impressive, but we should be able to bend this one out with less problems. It's just a slight dent right there. I'm gonna go ahead and pop those dents out. Let me see if I can show you in the lighting here. There's one right here, and there's one right here. You can kind of see it. I've been working on this dent over here again. Just looking at it, fine-tuning it, trying to see if I'm happy with it. And I'm almost there. But I'm going to go ahead and take this off so that I can do this job a little better. We have that piece of metal all prepped for paint, okay? So sanded it, smoothed it, pounded it, you guys saw. It's pretty good. While I had the sander out, I went ahead and sanded this tube right here, this cylinder, because it had some chips on it, raw metal. I sanded that, and I also sanded another one back there. And we're gonna go ahead, get some primer on it, we're gonna get it painted. My favorite color. Oh, primer.
You could paint a car that color.
I'm only priming what needs to be primed. Try to get that overspray off. Well guys, while the paint is drying, we're going to start greasing this thing up. It's time for a grease session. So I got my DeWalt grease gun. There's a lot of points in this tractor, this excavator, that need to be lubricated. So we're going to get to it. That paint made a big difference. I don't know if you can tell in this harsh lighting, but it looks a lot better all painted up fresh. There's still a lot of scratches and scuffs on here. I'm not worried about it. It's going to get beat up. It's an excavator. We're just trying to get the points that are like down to the bare metal, starting to rust, not looking good. Now we just have to remember where they all are, right?
It's 2. How many are there?
I don't know.
3.
One over here.
4.
Here it is.
5.
There's one up here. Let's not touch the paint.
6.
That one's good.
7.
Good.
8. 9. 10.
Kind of blowing it out too much. Got carried away.
11.
Yep, there's one up here. Good.
12. 13.
Well guys, we just got the excavator back together. Let me pull it over there in the shade and we'll talk about it. So the excavator is back together. It's clean and it looks practically new. It's almost ready to sell, but we're not selling it. Don't worry, we have a lot of work to do still. This definitely sticks around our property for now. This repair, it honestly came up pretty good. I'm impressed. It's not perfect. The metal, it's Ripley. You know, it's all kind of hammered. It's a hammered finish. So it's not dead smooth. But considering how far it was dented in to begin with, I'm happy with it. If I really wanted to, I could have body fillered that, did some body work, sanded it, smoothed it out, and it would look beautiful. The reason I didn't do that is because this being a corner that's subject to damage, if something else whacks that corner, I don't want it to knock any body filler. Metal is flexible, it can dent. Body filler is less forgiving. If you pop it, it's going to start looking terrible. So I decided to just leave it metal, leave it dimply, and that's fine. I have to do some paint blending because, you know, we did some paint on the new and old paint. Maybe I'll just buff that out, blend them in a little. But overall, I think it blends in pretty well on its own. It does look a little empty though, without the John Deere stickers. I'm kind of sad to lose those. I could probably pick up some replacements and stick them on there if I want to. Doesn't it make it look cheaper? Like, you really are paying for the name sometimes, but this is a good piece of machinery. Never had a problem with it. It's been awesome, so I'm not complaining. I didn't show you guys this part, but I actually did clean the engine as well. It's really clean in here. It was getting a little bit filthy, so now it looks brand new. So you can see that's looking good. I actually think it's almost time for an oil change. I don't have too many hours on this yet, honestly. Maybe just over 200 hours on the machine. So it's still a brand new machine. And I believe there's an oil change at 250 hours. So we'll see. That'll be coming up. And it's pretty simple with this engine. I think it'll be an easy job. But we'll worry about that later. Let's check the air filter. The air filter is actually a little bit dirty. You might see the dust coming out of it. We've been working in some dusty conditions, so I'll keep an eye on that, and maybe we'll pick up a new one. You can see the fuel filter in here, air filter, oil filter's right here. I can touch it. My hand is on the oil filter. You think an excavator is a complicated piece of machinery, maybe out of the range of a DIYer, but honestly, you can see it's really simple maintenance. Everything is easy to get to. Pretty basic air filter, fuel filter. There's a little bowl right there with a float in the bottom so you can see if there's any water in your fuel. You can drain the water out of the cup there. I also cleaned in here. This is where the fuel goes. So we can gas up. Well, not gas, diesel up, I guess. Is that what we say? This is the filler for the hydraulics right back here. You might not be able to see it. See that lid? Pretty simple. Pressure washed all inside here. It's looking good. I definitely have to get something for the other side so it doesn't look so plain. Guys, even though it doesn't have many hours on it, I know I have a lot of scratches on it. I beat it up a lot because we do forestry type work with this. So it's basically clearing trees and vines and brush. So it's just constantly getting branches rubbing against it when you're going through the trees. That's all it really is. It's just tree work. This has been one of my favorite machines and purchases for this property since moving here. And even though it's out of the budget of a lot of people, I'll tell you the secret. If you want to get an excavator, if you own a house, sell your house and you can buy an excavator. That's basically what we did. That's how we got it. We sold our house, we bought this. That's a terrible investment idea, probably, so don't do that. But that's what we did. And otherwise, we would never be able to afford something like this. But I'm hoping that we can hold the value because when we're done with it, maybe in a year, we won't really need it. It's a small property and everything that we need done is going to be done. Then I will probably try to sell it. That's why I want to take care of it and keep it clean. I've been a little bit abusive with it and careless with it. There was some damage that I can't fix. Like, I don't know if you can see it right there on the roof. There's a dent and something landed on it. You know, sometimes I park it in the woods. I think a branch landed on it. I don't know when it happened exactly, but it's dented right there, and might be able to pound that out, but I didn't want to mess with it because it's close to the weld. I just don't want to mess with it. So that, and you know, maybe some unnecessary scratches on it. I need to start being more careful because really this is an investment and I want to hold its value. So we're trying to take care of it, but that's the story of the excavator. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.